A very good afternoon to you out there. Welcome to the news at 1 on NTA Channel 5 Abuja. I am Frama Panyi. And now we begin the news by telling you that ASU declares 4-week strike beginning from today, 14 February 2022. Details of that report will come in our subsequent bulletin. The Federal Road Safety Corps has stated that all operational and educational tools have been put in place to ensure safety of road users during the Valentine's celebrations, as it warns celebrants and other road users to disease from indulging in drunk driving, avoid excessive speed, and resist the temptation to drive recklessly so as to mitigate all incidences of road traffic crashes during the celebration. The Corps Public Education Officer, B.C. Kazim, who made this public, said the Corps Marshal, Dr. Boboye Oyeyemi, has directed commanding officers across all to double their efforts by ensuring massive deployment of officers and men for enhanced visibility, adequate traffic control, and maximum enforcement of COVID-19 protocols among motorists. According to Kazim, all patrol operatives have been directed to go along with breathalyzers and radar guns to ensure that suspected drunk drivers are tested and stopped from continuing their trips, as to avoid unnecessary deaths, injuries, and damage to properties. The Corps Marshal urged motorists to leverage on the 122 toll-free line of the FRSC to call for emergency intervention in case of any crash obstruction or when driving is cited for appropriate actions, while reminding all celebrants to celebrate in strict compliance with all safety guidelines. The Corps Marshal called on all road users to comply with operatives deployed to ensure the safety of lives and properties, because their presence on the road is for the good of all. And now the results for the chairmanship election in the 6 area councils of the Federal Capital Territory have been released by Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. Hadiza Ebune reports that APC and PDP acquired 3 seats each.
Results from the 6 area councils in the FCT chairmanship election has been released. From Abuja Area Council, APC won with 7,280, while the PDP polled 4,062 votes and ADP 25.
We cannot go into declaring a candidate winner because the winning party here does not have a candidate that we can return as a winner.
From Gwagwalada, APC polled 11,125 votes, PDP 9,597, and ABGA got 106 votes.
Abubakar of APC, having satisfied the requirement of the law, is hereby declared the winner.
While from Kuje, PDP emerged winner with 13,301 votes, APC 7,694 votes, and LP 79.
Suleiman Abdullah Sabo of PDP, having certified the requirements of the law, is hereby declared the winner.
From Buari Area Council, PDP polled 13,045 votes, while APC 7,697 and ABGA 6,003.
John Gabaya Shekwogwaza of PDP, having satisfied the requirements of the law, is hereby declared the winner.
From Kwali Area Council, APC won with 7,646 votes, PDP 7,345, and ADP 70 votes.
Sunday Danladi Chia of APC, having satisfied the requirements of the law, is hereby declared the winner.
And from Amak, PDP emerged winner with 19,302 votes, APC 13,240, and PRP 287.
Christopher Zaka of People's Democratic Party, having satisfied the requirements of the law, is hereby declared the winner and is returned elected.
With this announcement of results from the 6 area councils of the FCT, the chairmanship election has come to an end. The only area council yet to have its chairman declared is Abuja, won by the APC. Hadiza Ebune, NTA News.
Meanwhile, Mariam Jutubo brings us reactions from Amak.
Garki village came alive as residents, family, friends and well-wishers converge on the family house of the chairman-elect of the Abuja Municipal Area Council, Christopher Zaka, to felicitate with him on his victory at the polls. The chairman-elect and his vice promised to be servants of the people and to also deliver dividends of democracy to the good people of Amak.
Many are expecting good things from me, and I'm praying to Almighty Father in heaven that by the time we assume office, we are going to do our best. Power comes from God. And I've said, anywhere I am, I welcome everyone. Both my co-contestants, they are my friends. I will call them, we are going to work together.
I'm excited, and I want to tell you that the people of Amak have spoken. This is the mandate of people of Abuja Municipal Area Council, and by the special grace of God, it's not going to be in vain.
Thank God for his life and what he's been able to do for himself. May God continue to guide him aright.
They commended INEC for conducting a credible area council elections. Mariam George Jitubo, NTA News.
From the 6 area councils, jubilation took center stage as voters celebrate the outcome of the election. Ifeanyi Ezumba reports.
The results of the election of chairmanship in the 6 area councils of the Federal Capital Territory, conducted on Saturday, 12th February 2022, have been announced. The electorate have been jubilating across the 6 area councils. Expectations are already high on the winners to deliver dividends of democracy to the people.
Now, away from electoral matters, figures from the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, as at 14 February 2022 indicates no new case of COVID-19 in the FCT. The number of confirmed cases stands as 28,289, while active cases now 204. A number of discharge cases stands at 27,837, and 248 deaths have been recorded in the FCT. The need to integrate secondary school students and empower them with relevant information necessary to make them become ambassadors of war against drug abuse was brought to the front burner as Global Peace Ambassadors and Empowerment Initiative organized a one-day drug awareness interactive conference for some selected students in Abuja. Again, Ifeanyi Ezumba reports.
Introduce in every school that peace, security, stroke war against drug abuse clubs, Global Peace Advocacy and Empowerment Initiative introduce this into schools so that they will know that drug abuse is not good for any youth.
We are talking about psychoactive drugs. These are drugs that have chemical elements that are harmful to the human nervous system. This class of drug disturbs the functionality of the human being.
The Director General, Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, Yakubu Ibn Mohammed, represented, and others, speaks on the negative effects of addiction, which can cause changes in the mind, body, heart, and other important organs of the body.
The Director General, NTA, is passionate about the future of the youth. NTA will continue to support any organization that comes up with solutions towards eradicating this ill art in our society.
We want to catch them young, let them know the negative impacts of drugs to their life, to their community, and to the country at large.
There was a drama presentation by some students on the dangers of abuse of drugs.
I have seen how peer pressure makes people go into drug abuse and the consequences after they get to it, and none of the consequences are good.
The theme for the interactive conference is the role of students, stakeholders, and the war against drug abuse. Ifeanyi Ezumba, NTA News.
The news is coming to you live from NTA Channel 5, Abuja. More stories will come your way after this message. Please stay.
Hold it! Me! I don't come out my hand from oil bunkering. General, what you gonna yarn? What did the yarn serve? I don't understand though. Because they spoil our water and our environment. And they cause our people serious harm. Militants said, you know good. Me! I not do again Sam. Because why? Change begins with me.
This message is brought to you by the National Orientation Agency in conjunction with the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture.
Thanks for staying. Moving on. In a bid to ameliorate the sufferings of workers from paying exorbitant house rents in Abuja, the Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, FRCN Cooperative Society, has commenced construction of more than 500 housing units for cooperative members at Wurina Gwagwalada Area Council of the FCT. Odiri Arutere has details.
The groundbreaking ceremony brought together the cooperative society members and other stakeholders to the housing site. The more than 500 housing units are aimed at providing medium-income earners with affordable accommodation. The housing project is meant to alleviate the panic of paying house rent by workers in the nation's capital.
We are offering our members two options. A, self-construction with strict supervision to conform with the acceptable standards and approved prototype. Groundbreaking ceremony. B, the use of our National Housing Fund domiciled at the Federal Mortgage Bank, FMB, to which certain amounts are mandatorily deducted from our salaries monthly.
This is a dream come true for this cooperative, and we are more than glad in 2Cubes Technologies to be a part of this success story.
We have been part of this success story, and we do not partner with people in such a way that will bring embarrassment.
Laying the block for the prototype, member House of Representatives Reverend Ejirogene Francis Waive, alongside other clerics, prayed for the successful completion of the project.
We lay this foundation, that will stand the test of time, that provide housing.
It is worthy of emulation, worthy of commendation that the Cooperative Society of Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria deemed it fit to provide affordable accommodation for its staff and members.
A bona fide home, and this is where it's going to be situated. We are not living here.
The plan includes 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, and 4-bedroom duplex to be built in the estate. In Abuja, Odiri Arutere, NTA News.
The FCT Area Council Staff Pension Board has again advocated for an end to delayed and non-remittance of pension deductions from salaries of FCT workers by relevant authorities, especially the 6 area council in the territory. Director of the board, Nanzen Inden, stated this during a 2-day retreat of the FCT Area Council Staff Pension Board in Akwanga, Nasarawa State. Rosemary Bilal reports.
The management of the FCT Area Council Staff Pension Board says there is growing need for the relevant authorities to do the needful in dealing with non-compliance with pension remittances for effective service delivery.
We are funded through the area council, who contribute 15% of the total enrollment of the area council and the LU. And then the FCT administration 2.5% of the enrollment of the area council and the LU. And the federal government is going to contribute 5% of the total enrollment of the area council salary.
Management of FCT Area Council Pension Board also called on the administrators to be more proactive and deliberate in pension administration to effectively grow the sector.
What I'm taking back to the Area Council is on ethics and integrity. That is, all hands must be on deck for us to be able to achieve the remittance, the compliance and remittance of our pensions. We need to work because one day we ourselves will be pensioners.
For those people that retire, when they come back and meet you even love the way they appear revoked because they are off the office manage their pension very well.
Meanwhile, the local government pension staff says the retreat is timely, promising to effectively do the needful.
We have tried to impact it in activity in the council because before, as of 10 years back, there's a lot of challenges.
We are making progress and we are still going to do more because as it is now, it's better than before.
High point was the agreement to improve the welfare of the FCT retirees by enforcing appropriate sanctions on the
Secretariat has sensitized farmers on the territory to the need to avert fall armyworms and infection in maize and other related crops. Secretary FCT Agric Secretariat Abubakar Ibrahim says the initiative is to help create more awareness to farmers on how to curb the pest from destroying crops. Ifeanyi Ezumba has details.
About 250 farmers were drawn from the 6 area councils of the territory for the practical identification, management and control of fall worm. The Secretary Abubakar Ibrahim reiterated that the Secretariat will do everything within its means to make sure that it supports the program, which will boost food production.
Armyworm menace has always been a very big problem. In fact, looking at what they said is the percentage or the ratio, if tackled, they will about 30–40% will go. That is by doing something about it. So if nothing is done, 100% of the farmland or whatever they produce will now go completely off.
After some time, we're going to do a capacity building, and thank God our Honorable Minister of State, Dr. Ahmad Tijani, has approved the procurement of the agrochemicals inputs that are necessary needed for the farmers to use on their farms.
National Coordinator, Fall Worm Army Project, Adeleke Adetunji, noted that the workshop is in line with the advocacy for constant sensitization of farmers towards ensuring that the prevalence of the fall worm is controlled.
Armyworm is an invasive pest. It's not from Africa, it's from Lipton, which are basically biopesticide to manage the pest.
The coordinator for the Fall Worm project, while commending the FCT administration for reawakening the campaign, which he described as the right step in the right direction, also added that it will help mitigate the impact of the pest on farmers. In Abuja, Ifeanyi Ezumba, NTA News.
Now, over the past decades, the global community has made a lot of efforts in inspiring and engaging women and girls in science. Yet, women and girls continue to be excluded from participating fully in sciences. In order to achieve full and equal access to and participation in science for women and girls, and further achieve gender equality and empowerment of women and girls, the United Nations General Assembly declared 11th of February as the International Day for Women and Girls in Science. Hadiza Ebuni has more.
Pictures. You can start taking pictures for them and then tell them, no, out of 10 pictures that they took, only one picture is Instagram worthy. Are we following? That is how you can start. Even when you start and it looks like you don't have somebody to employ you, you can.
The Helpline Foundation, as a woman.
Over the years, progress is being made in countries towards increasing women's participation in technical education. In Nigeria, initiatives like Women in Science, Technology, Engineering and Mathematics are breaking stereotypes. For example, during the peak of the coronavirus pandemic, when the frontline health workers were getting infested with the virus, some young scientists came together and created a remotely controlled robot which enabled communication with the patient, linked with a video for real-time conversation, while the frontline health workers were physically removed.
Hello, Randy, how are you?
I'm fine.
How are you today?
I feel better.
Okay. Have you eaten today? Please, can you bend down a little? Let me take your temperature.
The young scientists say tackling some of the greatest challenges of Agenda for Sustainable Development for improving health to combating climate change will rely on harnessing all talents and thinking out of the box.
Banana fiber, and they are really strong and cost effective. As we have said earlier, they just cost only 30 naira and they're biodegradable too. So if you're afraid of disposing it, you just have to dig in the ground and bury it. It is biodegradable and safe for the environment.
These pads are environmentally friendly because they are made from waste banana trunks. Why do I say so? These pads are biodegradable, so even if it wants to be discarded, they can be buried under the soil and it gives soil nutrients. That's skin friendly because it's purely organic. So there's no chemical additives, unlike the conventional ones, which they use the Kariga gum and some other chemical additives, which can lead to a lot of health issues and irritations. But these are purely organic. They're made from no chemical additives at all.
However, despite some progress recorded, according to the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization Science Report, women only account for 33% of the world's researchers and only 12% of the members of the National Science Academies are women. And to date, women and girls have only won 23 out of the 631 Nobel Prizes in science. Hadiza Ebuni, NTA News.
The influx of people into the capital city, experts say, has
And now, sports. Gombe United took Romeo Stars to a surprise 1-0 victory, ending their unbeaten run in the NPFL, as the Tigers beat Mali to qualify for the 2022 FIBA Women's World Cup. Let's join Ahmed Abdulrazak for more on Sports Brief.
In the matchday tour fixture of the Nigerian Professional Football League, Remo Stars' unbeaten run was ended in a 1-0 win by the Gombe United at the Pantami Stadium in Gombe. Remo Stars' hope to top the league was shattered by Yaya's 15-minute goal, which handed maximum points to the host, while Enugu Rangers beat Abia Warrior 2-1 and Nasarawa United had all-1 draw with Sunshine Stars. Meanwhile, National Senior Women's Basketball team, the Tigress, on Sunday defeated Mali 73-69 to qualify for the 2022 FIBA World Cup scheduled to hold in Sydney, Australia from September 22nd to October 1st. NBBF officials praised the team for doing the nation proud and showing dogged determination in all their games. Elsewhere, Betwitaka in the UFC 271 winning the bout by unanimous decision on Sunday. The Nigerian boxer showed technical superiority and poise to beat the Australian in all the judges